Hey everybody, Mobile Rage here, back here again on the Looney Tunes blog post website thing. Now, this isn't the season 5 blog post, but this is still another important blog post because it's patch notes. As you can read on the little thing below, a lot of kit changes. You got the Merry Men, you got the Bullfighters, and we got the Boxers. As it says right here, following changes have already started rolling out, and will all be live by the end of the week. So yeah, I know what they mean by that, like end of the week Friday or end of the week Sunday. I know why I thought about it like, oh, you have the weekend off. Like what they're just setting the changes over. No, so all of these should be in here by Friday. I forgot how Spillplay works. By whoever we have next. Because if you don't know, because the season 5 blog post doesn't. Like, I get that I did 2 of these, and that the community managers, we don't have one. But still, it's a little silly. So Daffy Hood, some nice stat buffs. I think he got real quick, because he was already at the speed. A lot of the other characters were at. That's like, because that's obviously like, that's the base stats, like when you unlock them. Yeah, Merriman Friendship. So I mean, I guess technically I looked at the Merriman last stream, didn't I? I want to go with yes. Yeah. There's there. I was remembering that correctly. Yeah, big buffs for Pickpocket. And this 2 damages enemy, 3 steals 3 non-top buffs from them. And then whenever this tune steals, all your allies get piercing. And then Endurance Tower, your allies steal. He gains turn meter, which combined with some of his other skills will be quite powerful. Finally, still has the same damage multiplier, which isn't a ton, but this is already low compared to some of the AoEs that can crit in this game. So on AoE that can crit is kind of not that much. I mean, you do get the attack ups at the start of it. They literally cannot be removed. I guess maybe Fireman Bug's passive or something. But anyways, resisted by K9, but so technically it's a bit stronger. And then Crowd Pleaser. So Crowd Pleaser, nice meaty change on this one. Does big damage, inflicts a lot of defense down, and unless he's incapacitated, which I think is just stun or silence, it's also freeze. Use this ability against enemies whenever they gain hit, so he could just practically single-handedly demolish in teams. So you take him in against Monster Tweety at the start of battle, boom, 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 boom. Take him in against Hunters, boom. Take him in against Assassins, boom. Just get him strong enough. 155 attack. Just kill him outright. Apparently this had a warm-up that was unintentionally removed. I guess I had forgotten. Yeah, so before... Yeah, turn me... So, yeah. So he sort of already had, like, built-in boxing sticks before. But now he has built-in boxing sticks, which he also combo with actual boxing sticks to get an extra turn, like a Yokai Taz. He's got that going for him, too. It gains extra turn meter and a fair amount of piercing, as well as triggering when the allies defeat enemies as well. Not as much, but still. Say defeat piercing, defeat enemies. Daffy Hood, nice, solid. And then Friar. It's a big stat buff. Oh yeah, so a lot of health. Yeah. As you can see, I mean it's the tank, so it's gonna be a little slow, but still. His speed buffed to what the base speed of Daffy Hood already was. But Daffy Hood could kind of groove. Yeah. So that's pretty hefty damage increase to Friar's basic. And then ooh, this tune gets 2 turns. He gets 2 turns of taunt now. So that's good. So let's steal some defense up so he can trigger steel based passives with this one. That's related to him. The one's on Maiden Melissa, let's say that. She has some stealing bonuses, pretty sure. And does the big, yeah. Heals for 50% max health, which could be what it did already. Because technically it says health and not like heal power or whatever, but. And also enemies get some bonus attack downs. Yeah, that's heal power, which is just attack, really. So, like, I don't know, it doesn't say attack. To be honest, heal power? That's not like a measurable stat. It's just the amount of attack the toon has. You upgrade their attack, their heals get better. You don't upgrade their attack, their heals don't get better. It's a scientific matter. Don't get it. Yeah, okay. So now, you have some solid attack and defense down, 2 turns. Pretty cool. And then he also grants allies turn meter, which is nice. And then a solid attack bonus till the end of the next turn in endurance power. That's good. Quite nicely. He still has resistance to the 14 things he resisted before. I mean, okay. He doesn't resist attack down anymore, but he's also a tank, so who cares? And then when he's inflicted with the debuff, he gets healed over time, so let's rock on. Let's go. And then he just has a straight up new skill, because before he had 2 passives, for whatever reason. A lot of the older tunes, like beta era tunes, had 2 archetype passives for some reason. I mean, it can work, but like, also, kind of why would you? Because they're both going to be worse versions of each other, because they can only go to 3. Yes. I think it braced for blows, maybe? End of each of the tune's turns. Has taunt and isn't incapacitated. Yeah. And then he drops some heals on his allies. And Merryman allies get defensive. So that's pretty cool. Then there's Matador. Yep. Neat buffs on Matador. Ole. Very slightly changed. Doesn't activate if he's stunned, if he's incapacitated. I don't know about I don't think incapacitated works for every well, I guess I would say it doesn't work for every disable brains really deactivated. I would say that doesn't work for every disable. But the only one it doesn't work on, I think, is Charmed, which the game also, I don't think, legally qualifies as a disable. because disables are it's not what they're called. It's not a qualification. Like it should be, but that's beyond me. All I'm saying. If I was the toolkit designer, that's what I'd call them. Because I think silence triggered incapacitated before. I may also be insane. Gain taunt, yeah. Not the same. But inflicts damage over time in Alliance Wars. And so this move, that was a special one that did damage. Yeah. So, nice damage buff on it. Although for whatever reason, he can move taunt once with this move, which I find really confused. Like, why? I don't know. Like, it only triggers if he has another bullfighter ally, but I don't know if you'd really be using him without him. Like, you could. Obviously, you could. But does that mean you would? Eh. Alright. So yeah, that gives some extra dodge chance. That's the only change to that. I guess is the added stipulation that when this tune loses stun with a max health heal, and then all enemies get damage every time as well. Also with some stat buffs to Picador, which is nice because he blows. He blew. Yeah, look at that. 50% damage. And that's his basic. And he only has 2 moves. But yeah, this is his only other move. Why? Yeah, so that does normal damage now. He has attack up in Alliance Wars. He got some extra dodge chance. Yep. And then the base damage of this get a little better. Inflicts damage over time, but also doesn't, like now, inflicts damage over time instead of purging it for the actually fairly solid multiplayer. Yeah. Like we've already all seen Flamenco changes. Nice that she's being dual tagged because the artist would like literally not be able to heal without her. And this is one move on Suit, but like, come on, guys. Does that really count? Okay, pull it back, so gets an extra stat down cleansing, like in Alliance Wars, it just triggers on everybody. So I'm assuming when team member dodges, unless Flamenco's stunned, because they can't even dodge. Yeah, because they couldn't even dodge when they're stunned or incapacitated. I guess. Technically, if they were silenced, they could. So yeah, it seems like Stud and Silence will be real thorn in their side. It's kind of ironic because they're also a Silence team. There's a little cap on Ominous. Team gets speed up. And then Bullfighter Artist tunes also get defense up. Yeah, and there's also just a flat speed buff. And they have extra dodge chance. And this is kind of dumb. Because, like, it sort of, kind of ruined the artist synergy with it. And even on, like, on Bullfighters, it doesn't really synergize with anything. Like, it's just a useful move. Okay, I guess it could have increased the cooldown, sure. I'd probably remove the warm-up. It's not like a world-changing move. I guess technically we don't know the rest of the Bullfighters. Maybe the Legendary turns into the fucking greatest move of all time. Alright, but here's the money boxers. I don't know if I've been on record for this before, but I did have a solid streak of clowning on the boxers because they're bad. I literally in my save teams lineup, I just called them a joke team, so I may have to rename them now. You'll find out. So, nice stat buffs for contender. Ooh, French. I wonder who this is. Yeah, I'm gonna take a swing of the dark here. Say that's the boxer support. I know, unprecedented change, but so maybe that's the other person. Maybe it's one of the people getting season 5. How would I know? The Bloodfest doesn't come out. Go 15 extra base speed. That's actually a 10% increase, which is usually pretty good for speed. Anyways. So mana gains recovery up instead of attack up, which makes this thing, which also got an incapacitate stipulation, let's say. Particularly recovery up makes this better. Ooh, and this is what triggers when it counters. So every time you hit him each turn, he just gets infinite free health. Yeah, because if we combo that with big entrance, at the start of battle and the end of each turn, if no team member has taunt, he gains taunt for the rest of the battle. So if we remove his taunt, and nobody else has it, then he just gets taunt again, which is awesome. So yeah, so Prize Fighter, I think Prize Fighter is going to go in the trash, which I would say unfortunate, but it's not really. Yep, so the incapacitate change was the only thing changed for patch up. Yeah. Oh yeah, technically it makes Southpaw Slammer better too. Or no, that's Slice Steel, right? Yeah, that's Slice Steel. Yeah, then Corner Cat's an ally, he gives them attack. Ooh, and then his passive change to Inspired Protector. What does that do? I'm going to the Toon Guy, look him up again. That'd be nice if they moved up to the updated tag. But not. Like, why does Melissa have the updated tag? She wasn't, she shouldn't be in the block list. And also, technically, they have lifesteal with the extra boss. Actually, yeah, hold on. This lifesteal activates all the time. Because you should have, up to 5 defense up. Yeah, if the student is less than 5 defense up, gain up to 5 defense up. I'm assuming that, like, if he had 3 defense up for whatever reason, then at the end of the turn, he'd jump back up to 5. Yeah. Untitled Chapter, that's what it was. While taunting the student, it's plus 40 defense. Yeah, that's crazy. I may not have wanted to close that. And yeah, look at this. One change for Prize Fighter Daffy. It was 5% extra damage on his basic. He is absolutely getting axed from this team. Which I'm fine with. Who cares? Screw Prize Fighter. I don't know why. Well, actually, I know why they went with the rare. Because it's the Sylvester. And they had the Sylvester Jr. So. That seems like a pairing they want to keep, Anytime they come up with the Sylvester Jr. tune. But actually, Picador is the Sylvester Jr. tune. So I don't know. A bullfighter Sylvester? No. I probably that. I don't know if that'll happen. That's a random guess based on 3 tune pairings in this game. The new Boxer one, Aristos, an actual original Sylvester Jr., which makes the absolute most sense. Literally every single one of his appearances was tied to Sylvester. At least in the original shorts, I have not delved deep enough into the lore to know fully if every time he's ever shown up on screen, Sylvester was involved. Yep, because I'm assuming all of them are getting, I'm not really particularly talking about the base stats, because I'm assuming all of them are being increased to a point that's, essentially up to snuff. Big ups for Mountain of Muscle. Now it gives piercing instead of attack, and gains attack up for 3 turns. So, solid moves. You guys counter 5 times. You can just spam out attack ups. Gatekeeping. So he has to be in the battle now for this to trigger. And then resistance to non-taunt buffs. So now, rather than this move having tenacity for some reason. That doesn't even make sense. How does that work? Because they have buff resistance. Does tenacity go through the buff resistance? I'm very confused. I don't get the tenacity that this move had. I think it was to make the taunt land, but anyways. But yeah. Oh, and it's now uncounterable, so that is very nice. There's taunt from them. Yep. So now it doesn't have the random tenacity. And if their target's defender, your team gets crit chance and counter chance for 2 turns. And then minor change this, but what I think is an important change. Boxer team members with 5 or more buffs, because before they had to have at least 6. They had to keep 6 buffs. But now they only have to keep 5. So, as I said, works beautifully with Contender Sylvester. I should probably not look at Chrome History on video. Harboring crimes, but I want that to be public information. Yeah, so you can see this tab. So as far as I'm concerned, this entire window is in radius of. That's it. Streamlab OBS. Okay, if we could load within the next 100 years of my life. Alright, well, going back here, I was trying to look up what his passive did, because it now also operates in Arena, which is nice, because Brawl sucks, and why would you ever want a Brawl passive? Now, normally, I'd ask, I would say, why would they make this change? But if he's getting an Arena passive, it seems pretty likely that the other guy is getting an Arena passive, like Corner Cat will probably have an Arena passive. So, oh right, that's I say we only have 2 Crusher tunes, but no. Because Toxic Destroyer doesn't have the word Crusher in it. I don't know why that hadn't followed through in my brain. Yeah, because look at that, like about 100k power. That's what you want to see in this game. At least now. Ah, his Arena passive's not on the website because this game's awesome. Okay. Whatever. This is also not the skills he now has, but I guess maybe half of them haven't applied yet. Well, anyway. Hippie Hopper, yeah, look at that. 30% attack increase for Hippie Hopper. As well as got way faster. That's, yeah, that's like 20% extra speed. Technically a little bit more. It's like 25, yeah, that's like 25% extra speed. Because, you know, 130, 10% of that's 13. 20% would then be 26, would be 157, and 63. So yeah, that's like 25% extra speed. A lot of extra health, very much extra defense. So you should have big old bulky stats now. And this move finally, thank Christ, unlocks Haymaker for the entire time it's active. Because before, this was like the worst team to use AI on. Because it unlocked Haymaker for one turn. So the AI just like, oh my, I don't know what the move's called. The one where he moves the special stat downs. That move. Where he just goes, oh my cooldown's gone, let me use that move instead, and then Haymaker's locked, it's been banished for another like 4 turns. And Haymaker no longer obliterates all your buffs. So now you get to have free damage for no consequences. I mean, it can't crit, but I mean, to be fair, it's also attack with a 350 multiplier. That's on a tune that now. Oh, there's only 2 hippie hoppers. I know this one for sure. I will go to the hippie hopper character filter. It'll be just hippie hopper. Yeah, on tune that has, you know, 100,000 base power, because it's not even factor in, like, gadgets or special boosts and all that jazz. And it's just tune up 45 with the Cosmic Stars. Technically, core boost in the one region, but it doesn't factor in global boosts. Yeah, body blow. It's like, oh, my body blow pass is gone. Yeah, so, because, like, it'd be doing 350% damage. I don't want to do the math on that. That's like, it'd be a lot. Crit for that, which is like, double damage. So, essentially, no tune in the game would be able to survive a hit Craymaker, yeah. A crit Craymaker. Yeah, a hit Craymaker. A crit Haymaker. I said it the other way around too many times. So I can say, well, I now see why that attack has a stipulation. Because this was way too harsh before. Obliterating all your buffs on a tune that didn't have great stats to begin with. Because he also, just got 30% attack. So. And there's other couple miscellaneous fixes. So. Tweety Store's Frenzy attack now works again. What do you like to see? Like, it was broken, then it wasn't broken, then it was broken again for some reason. So now, I'm glad this has been changed. This is flipped for the 4th time. Prehistoric team as a whole had an issue where they gained multiple stacks of sturdy. It's been fixed. So I guess that's how that works. Is if you have a stack of sturdy, you can't get another one. Which probably, should be how that works. But I think you just have to change how sturdy applies for that to change. Because technically, the victory team can also have that exact same problem. So, I want to keep that in mind too. That is also been a thing. So, enemies inflicted the anti-hero's weakened effect for incorrectly not granting points for being defeated in an arena, which has been fixed. Same bug was used weakened will sometimes deal additional unintended damage to enemies, which has been removed. I don't know what they're talking about, because I forgot how weakened worked. But then, if it's thinking the part of it that I'm thinking of about it, kind of obliterates him and his R&D viability, or Toxic Destroyers R&D viability. That's what I was thinking. But yeah, Assassins are better, so who cares? I mean, it does matter, but Super Duck's thing was incorrect triggering while incapacitated. I don't know what that moves. Yeah, I'm looking it up. Maybe it's some sort of passive. Oh, okay. Never mind. I lied. Yeah, while an arena is incapacitated, used when people get damage immunity. Now changed to a warrior tune. Uh-oh. Okay, incapacitate restriction added to its passive trigger. Now what's warrior as well? What is this one? I know I'm on tap right now for fastest ways to get through all of these. Ah, passive taunt. Yeah, oh, and it works for eye for an eye, too. So if you just stun her, she can't gain taunt. Incapacitate her, I guess. Alright, well, clickbaiting that one in the title. Nerfs to warriors? Question mark? It's a really long video. Commandos Daffy increase. It's always the intended design. Having J bug only brought this turn to skill to 1 turn cooldown instead of removing it. I'll check this out. And also extra buff to Don Haneri, which has a way to reset its cooldown. So yeah. As you can see now, when a gangster team member defeats the enemy with a hit, his cooldown on that move gets reset. So you can place it again, which is nice. Minor complaint I had with teams like that, i.e. pirates, and technically now assassins, is that when your hit goes away, it's hard to like reapply. I always have the issue assassins have, but it's definitely an issue with the pirates have. Where the bounty is kind of hard to reassign. So that's nice. That is what you like to see. Alright, well, that is all I have to say. I'm looking at it now. This is a very long recording. So this one's going in the editing room. But that's all folks. Mobile Rager out.